Today's podcast includes Our Lady of Leche, where the first Mass in the USA occurred, plus another Canalville journal entry here on Constant Procession. Before the miracles from Our Lady of Leche Shrine, here is another peek from village life in Canalville, the same village that's in my book, The Very Fine Light. Again, this testimonial is from a villager who lives there, and I'm led to understand it has never made it to the local paper or any of their social media sites. And now I will read from this journal. Have you ever looked at something, anything, a basement den, an easy chair, a friend's sudden out-of-the-blue interest in collecting fortune cookies, and with each of these you think to yourself, just why is this seemingly uninspiring location, item, and activity registering a deep impression on my mind? Maybe you've done a double take when looking at something for the first time. For me, for example, when I was looking at homes to buy, as I walked down the stairway towards the finished basement, my first glance registered something beyond the room. At the time, I took it to mean, a good playroom for the kids. But as I write here, my interest is that first initial impression of the basement. The previous owner had converted it to a child's playroom, and something inside me registered deep down, a gut feeling that I couldn't explain at the time, that this space held something more significant. But I certainly had no notion of what it would be. The other example, when I bought a new recliner easy chair to spruce up the living room, at the time knowing it would rarely be used because we only were in the living room during holidays when company comes over. But my initial first reaction when looking at the comfy recliner was a gut feeling there would be something more in the future for this chair. And then, what about the collection of fortune cookie fortunes? All out in this special metal cookie container purchased on a final visit to France by a friend with a terminal illness. Why had they suddenly taken up collecting fortunes for the future? At the time, I couldn't make sense out of it, but I had a gut feeling about it nevertheless. One by one, as the years turned into decades in the case of the basement den and the easy chair, and later the box of fortune cookies collecting dust with no more added since the passing of my friend. To my surprise, those initial gut feelings started cashing in from those first impressions. For instance, the basement children's playroom. Once they'd grown and left home, it sat empty, but suddenly it became my temporary office following the foreclosure of the building where I had my office. And it continued as my office, becoming a sanctuary from the financial slowdown as business collapsed during COVID. It kind of felt like this space was always supposed to be used in this way. And then there's the comfy easy chair, like new, basically unused over all the years. Suddenly, it became the only piece of furniture to survive a water-soaked ceiling collapse, taking all the other furniture with the ceiling. For quite a while, it was the only usable piece to sit on and also to take a nap on until the insurance company came around. Then the cookie box with the fortune cookie fortunes. It suddenly became significant and made sense to me when, during a nondescript business lunch meeting at an Asian restaurant, when for dessert I was presented with a fortune cookie fortune. This fortune's pithy message about self-knowledge brought back a friendly reminder of my old friend's cookie box fortune collection and their remembrance that their collecting frenzy was part of their being and that they were ever the optimist and lover of life. And so in summary, each of those initial gut feelings that at the time awakened something deep inside me, feelings about that basement and that easy chair, and premonitions of a future beyond their beginning purpose. And the odd collecting interest suddenly taken on by my dying friend. Fortunes for a future they'd never see, only to realize when I stumbled on that recent fortune cookie that brought home a wonderful remembrance of a long-time friendship now gone, but so like my old friend to tweak me a bit and remind me to be full of optimism of life and living. Sometimes with that first impression, that funny feeling, or double take, or as I say, gut reaction hits, there may be no telling what it will mean in the future. But for me, these three oddities in my past all offered comfort and security on later occasions when life brought them back around. And now on to part 2, Our Lady of Leche, here on Constant Procession. A trip to St. Augustine, Florida is always fun-filled with lots of seaside activities, great seafood, and touring the rustic streets in the village and magnificent buildings from the days of Florida's entry into places where the elite of the Roaring Twenties played. During my last trip there, I noticed off in the distance a large cross standing above the palm trees. Curious, I followed what became a 208-foot-tall cross on the grounds of the Our Lady of Leche Shrine, located on the ocean shores in St. Augustine. Now, since St. Augustine is being listed as the oldest city in the United States, I decided to explore the Our Lady of Leche Shrine. I learned more about this historic place, and even today, this is a very active place where pilgrims come to pray to the Madonna, here, where she is also known as Our Lady of the Milk and Good Delivery. I also learned the cross marks the first spot in America where Mass was held on September 8th of the year 1565. That's over 50 years before the Pilgrims landed at Plymouth Rock. And also that Our Lady of Leche is the oldest shrine in America, with the mother and child statue being recently given a canonical coronation from the Pope to acknowledge the specific image having both a local significance and universal importance to the Roman Catholic Church. Now, as I walked the grounds under the beautiful winter Florida sunshine, I could not help but enjoy the beauty of the ocean, the gentle breezes tickling the palm trees, the grotto where the statue of Our Lady of Leche is found, plus the towering Great Cross, which had been built to celebrate in 1965 the 400-year anniversary of St. Augustine. While exploring the beautiful grounds, I was struck by the peace and tranquility, which was amazing. As I did my research for this podcast, I learned of a travel award for this shrine. This award comes as no surprise to me. The shrine is listed as the, quote, most peaceful destination in the U.S., unquote, by Casego.com. But of course, the most notable thing about this place are the miracles that people have received. Many families come here to pray to the Virgin Mary for getting pregnant. Prayers to her by mothers, asking that she help these mothers become the best mothers for the health and welfare of their newborns, and that they can raise them well. Prayers of all sorts. Our Lady of Leche offers all who come a place of distinction and dignity, where prayers for having children and a special shrine where people caught up with the worries of today can find a place to relax and contemplate. At the first place in the USA where a Mass was held and a dedication for the great gift of childbirth is valued like no other place around. Well, this is Nico Steves. I hope you enjoyed this installment. My book, The Very Fine Light, can be found using the title, The Very Fine Light, on Amazon.com. Please feel free to contact me at nicosteves.com. That's Nikos Steves, Steves.com. If you like this episode, and for more, share them with friends. This is Nico Steves. Thank you. See you next time.